Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to go over some net commands that I use on a daily and you will be using on a daily if you are going to be working in information technology. And I got my notes right here. Follow along, but I will be posting the output and the commands on the screen too as well, so you could see how it's supposed to look and things of that nature. So don't worry if you ever need to come back to this video because you need to add a user to a group or whatever the case may be. You will be able to come back to this video and not just hear me talk, but also have the output and how it's supposed to look on the screen as well, so you'll be able to execute the commands perfectly. Okay, now let's jump into the video. Now the first command that we have is net user. The purpose of this command is to manage user accounts, right? So if you just type in net user alone, it will list the users on the system. If you do net user and username, it'll show details of that specific user, right? So you put net space user space and whoever the user is, and you able to see that specific user, right? And net user, username, space password, /add, you'll be able to add a user, create a new account, right? Now, if you do net user, username, /active, no, that's to disable an account, okay? Now, like I said, I will be putting these on the screen so you'll be able to see how it actually looks. So let's move on to the next one, right? The next command is net local group. This manages local groups, right? Like the admin groups and stuff like that, right? Now, if you want to list the groups, you just type in net local group, right? So net space local group, right? You get to see all the groups. And then if you want to pick a specific group, you'll put net local group administrators, right? So if you put net local group administrators, it will show you all the people that in that specific group, okay? Now, if you want to add someone to that group, right, you'll put net local group administrators, the username, /add, and you'll be able to add them in there. And you can also remove users from the group as well if you need to, okay? So the next command is net accounts. If you want to see the policies that are being applied to accounts, and if you want to change the minimum password length, you are able to do that as well using this command. The next command is going to be net share, which manage shared folders, okay? So net share, you're gonna list all the shared resources. You can also use this command to share folders and stop sharing folders as well. Next command, which I use this command a lot, especially when I'm trying to figure out what drives is mapped to a user's profile. You just type in net use. With this command, you can connect, remove, or list network connections, okay? Next, we got net view, and the purpose for this command is to display computers and resources in the current domain or work group. Now, another command is, and I use that a lot, especially when I run into printer issues. I use the net start and net stop command. You can start or stop Windows services with this command, right? I've used this command a lot for printer spoolers, like for real, right? Another command, I don't really use it that much, but the other ones are like the main common ones, but I'm adding these in here so you can know. So the next command is net config, and the purpose is to show server and workstation settings. This next command is going to be good for if you want to know what the uptime and stuff of a device is, especially when it comes to these users. They're going to have their device on for days and days and days, and you need to know what it is is going on. And sometimes it's just a restart. Like I'm telling you, you're going to run into issues with devices that all it takes is a restart to fix. That's it. So in that case, you could just run the net statistics command and you able to see the uptime, errors, sessions, and things of that nature on that workstation. And then the next one is net time, which is to sync or display time from another computer server. So, I've never really used this. I use the TZUtil for changing time whenever I'm dealing with a device that for some reason it's not letting me change the time in the settings. And I seen this happen a couple times when I am deploying a machine that is autopilot joined or whatever the case may be. For some reason, I don't know why it does that, but it's like it doesn't let me change the time through the settings. So I just do it through the command line using the TZUtil. But I've never used the net time command really. In all these commands, the command that I use is net user, net use, net local group, and things of that nature. I have those 4 or 5 that I just use mostly, but I wanted to give you guys a list of the ones that can help and you should know to make your job easier, guys. Okay, if you have any questions, of course, comment below, and thank you guys for watching.